Hello, how you doing? So here's another fun idea I thought of, and admittedly, it was one I thought of, and then I saw there were other YouTube videos that were kind of doing something similar, and I haven't watched them. So then I was like, ah, screw it. I guess I'm not the first, but oh well. I thought it'd be fun to just go back and watch old Star Wars movie trailers just to see what they did, because that is something I like doing from time to time. I like going back to old trailers, reacting to them, and seeing how they hold up, how they advertise the movie. Like, did they throw spoilers in there as well? Stuff like that. And Star Wars is a good place to start, I think, because this franchise spans almost 50 years now. And yeah, I thought we could go through all. I guess 12, but 13 if you want to count the Mandalorian and Grogu. So yeah, and all the trailers except the Clone Wars movie are like on this official Star Wars YouTube channel, so should be easy to track down. So yeah, without further ado, let's get this over with. All right, so here's Episode 4's trailer right here. Man, this movie came out in 1977, so this is gonna be back when trailers had like narration and stuff. It's gonna be, oh yeah, just looking at that, it looks really old school. All right, here we go. Man.
Luke Skywalker was just a farm boy until he received a mysterious message from a princess.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
She's beautiful.
Star Wars, starring Mark Hamill,
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
But you're a little short for a stormtrooper.
Harrison Ford,
Boring conversation anyway. I think we took a wrong turn.
Carrie Fisher,
Aw.
Alec Guinness,
You can't win, Darth, if you strike me down.
I should become more powerful than it could possibly imagine.
20th Century Fox presents the most extraordinary motion picture of all time.
Oh yeah.
Star Wars.
Here's where the fun begins.
No legendary adventure of the past could be as exciting as this romance of the future.
Here they come.
May the Force be with you in Star Wars.
Oh yeah, that was something else back then. The fact that when this movie first came out, it was only called Star Wars and not Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. And it was only called that later when it was re-released in theaters. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, notes. Well, yeah, old school trailer with the narrator. Pretty fun that they included this bit. I'm just imagining, were people back in 77 like seeing this and being all, oh, is Luke gonna fall in love with that girl? Because it wasn't revealed that they were siblings later on. I'm just wondering that. And then, interesting that they throw in the Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher. A bit surprised by that. Okay, that's a weird.
Carrie Fisher,
Freeze frame works, but it's a bit weird that they threw him in there because I don't know. Because I was told that those three actors, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher, this is their first like big movie, and they weren't like huge stars at the time when they were cast because they were relatively unknowns. But I do know Alec Guinness, he was a star back then. I do know that. So interesting that they had the other cast members. I feel like people didn't know who they were. I mean, I know Harrison Ford was also in Lucas's American Graffiti, but I don't know how many people. Well, actually, no. That I think the movie was a success. Still haven't seen it. Cool that they threw in Darth Vader, because yeah. Nice that they threw in the space battles as well. Make this look really exciting, because even for 77, these space battles like are insanely impressive for the time, and just yeah. And did it work getting people excited to go see it? I mean, yeah, it was huge when it first came out. Like, everyone was seeing it. Just, man, it really was a global phenomenon when it first came out. So, yeah, obviously it succeeded in doing what it was doing. All right, coincidentally, in my YouTube recommended after that, there's the episode 5 trailer right there for Empire Strikes Back. So here we go.
Luke Skywalker and Han Solo rescued the princess, destroyed the Death Star, but their story didn't end there.
Oh, still got the awesome John Williams music.
Now, the creators of the biggest smash smash hit of all time, bring you the next episode in the Star Wars saga, The Empire Strikes Back.
Interesting they were calling it Saga even back then, when this is literally the second movie.
The continuing story of our band of heroes. Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, C-3PO, R2-D2, and Chewbacca. And introducing Lando Calrissian. It's an epic of romance.
Why? Oh.
Of heroes and villains.
Ooh, yeah.
They cross trackless voids to unknown worlds.
Cool, cool.
A galactic odyssey against oppression.
Oh, there's a deleted scene.
A big, new, sprawling space adventure in the Star Wars saga, The Empire Strikes Back.
Is that Harrison Ford?
Coming to your galaxy next summer.
I'm hearing that. That sounds like Harrison Ford. Would he have even... That would have been weird for him, because he pretty infamously did not like being a part of these movies, if that really is him. All right, notes. Well, I like they're showing a lot of the action. I found this a little funny. Hold on.
Band of heroes. Luke Skywalker.
Like, that's the image you choose to show of Luke with him fainting. Like he's in the middle of like in a blizzard trying to get home. That's the image he chose. That's funny.
2D2, and it's an epic.
Oh, hold on.
And introducing Lando.
Yeah, introducing Lando, who you guys are gonna hate because he betrays everybody at some point. I mean, he does redeem, but you know, I guess spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie. Oh, yeah, they threw that in there. That is so awkward. Nobody knew they were siblings yet. Man, that is... Why would you throw that in there? Because then you also throw in footage of the Han and Leia romance. That's weird. What was the point of the Luke bit? Like, even though they didn't know they were related, it's strange to throw that in there.
Of heroes.
And yep, other cool
They
action.
cross trackless voids to unknown worlds.
Cool. Yeah.
Oppression.
Oh yeah, that. Hold on.
A galactic odyssey against oppression.
I do know that is a deleted scene because it's from there's a whole subplot that was cut from the movie where there was a Wampa inside the base that they had to deal with, and it was behind that door. 3PO rips that sign off, and then a stormtrooper like opens it up and gets killed by a Wampa. So yeah, that was a whole cut subplot they had, which I don't blame them for cutting it because it really would have padded the runtime and extended their time on Hoth. But yeah, it's pretty funny that they put that in there. Obviously, they didn't know they were going to cut that, I'm sure. And other stuff, cool John Williams music, and cool image here. Yeah, not much else to note for this trailer. It's fine for what it is, and good on it for not spoiling the twist, too. There's the Return of the Jedi trailer right there. So, all right, concluding the original trilogy. And that old school Fox logo.
Return for the climactic clash between the forces of good and evil. Return to a galaxy far, far away. Return of the Jedi.
Sorry, I'm...
Next chapter in the continuing Star Wars saga.
That it ended there, though, at the time.
Freedom rages on.
Cool. Oh, there's the...
Of a hero. The courage of a rebel. The strength of a leader.
Is that narrator?
The loyalty of comrades.
Does that narrator sound familiar to you? I think I might have heard his voice.
The power of the force.
Bum, 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 ba, bum, bum, ba, bum. Bum, 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 ba, bum, bum, ba, bum. Bum, bum, bum,
Destiny
bum, ba,
revealed
bum,
is
bum, bum, bum.
A legend fulfilled.
Yeah.
An epic of heroes, villains, and aliens from 1,000 worlds.
That's a
Need your crap.
that's a trap. Nice to put that in there.
Quest continues. The circle closes. The saga lives on. Return of the Jedi begins May 25th at a theater in your galaxy.
Oh, that's cool. Sorry, that narrator, man, I have heard that narrator before. I just can't think of where I've heard it before. Notes? Well, interesting that he says this. Hold on.
The next chapter in the continuing Star Wars saga.
Interesting he says that, like, the next chapter in the continuing saga. Like, because wasn't it even known back then this was the end of a trilogy? Even, like, at the time, this was the ending? I mean, I wasn't alive back then, so maybe, but I feel like people might have known back then, but who knows. Okay. Cool. I love the action they're showing. Oh, wait, I skipped it. Hold on.
The heart of a hero.
Yeah, you saw that, right? It is interesting that Luke had a blue light. Sorry, my YouTube's being really glitchy. I don't know why. Yes, Luke had a blue lightsaber here, because I do know they originally did want Luke's lightsaber to be blue before they changed it to green later on. I think part of it too was that the green just looks better in this scene with the sky, blue sky and all. So interesting that it was blue here before they changed it to green later on, I'm guessing. Because other stuff, the power of the Force, cutting of the enemy. Really love the action. I like that I threw this in here because I heard that back when, like, you know, the I am your father reveal was there, some people like doubted Vader, like thought he was lying. So I'm glad I threw that in there, as if they're gonna say like, oh, don't worry, we're gonna answer that question. Was Darth Vader lying in that scene? That's cool. Though kind of interesting, Luke's lightsaber is green in this. It was blue earlier. And I love that they threw in it's a trap. Oh, that's most replayed. Of course it is. Yeah, that's all I can think of. It is also pretty interesting too, because I know it was originally called Revenge of the Jedi for a while there, and they didn't change it to Return of the Jedi until like last minute, I'm pretty sure. So I guess this trailer came out after they changed it to Return of the Jedi. So that would be cool to track down a trailer where it was called Revenge of the Jedi. I wonder, hold on. Let me look that up. Revenge of the Jedi. Oh, wait. Right there. It's right there. Revenge of the Jedi teaser trailer. That's amazing. The fact that... Yeah, that's crazy. I know it was called that for the longest time before they changed it to Return of the Jedi. Alright. So that's the original trilogy. Alright. Then we fast forward 16 years to the prequels with Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Just put mindset in 1999 too, because this was 16 years after the last Star Wars movie. It had been forever. People have been waiting for over a decade for a new Star Wars movie. So, yeah, you can imagine all the hype people had for this. The Fox logo was updated. Oh, the prequels didn't have narration. Trailers, at least. Every generation has a legend. Every journey has a first step. Man, I love this shot, man. Every saga has a beginning. So imagine the excitement back then, like, when they hearing that music.
You refer to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the Force. You believe it's this boy?
He can see things before they happen.
He can help you.
The Force is unusually strong with him.
He was meant to help you.
Anakin! Tell him to take off!
Will I ever see you again?
What does your heart tell you?
Are you sure about this? Trusting our fate to a boy we hardly know?
Anakin Skywalker, meet Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Aha!
I sense much fear in you.
And there's that old Yoda puppet. Yeah.
They all sense it. Why can't you?
Fear is the path to the dark side.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Sick. The saga begins. I know that was like the marketing ploy, like with the taglines. They were like really boastful about the fact that this is the beginning. Like, this is the beginning of the saga that we hadn't seen before. I also love the detail. You heard that, right? Man, it's so subtle, but that's an awesome detail, throwing in the Darth Vader breathing. And then, yeah, just the way it builds and builds with that classic bum bum, that theme. And then, yeah, just imagine the excitement people had hearing that music again after so long. Yeah, I love they show all these cool scenes. Like, it's crazy too, the jump in technology into 16 years. Like, now there's so much CGI like being shown off here. It's pretty crazy. And seeing young Anakin, seeing young Obi-Wan. I love how they show Darth Maul too. Oh, and this Yoda thing. Because yeah, back in the theatrical cut of the movie, Yoda was a puppet.
Can't you?
Fear is the
Yeah, Yoda was a puppet, and it was a weird looking puppet that they then changed to CGI later on that looks more like the version in episodes 2 and 3. Interesting there. And love that they included
suffering.
Yeah, I love they included this shot of Darth Maul with the double-bladed lightsaber. I know people were excited when they saw Darth Maul all over the marketing, like, whoa, who is this guy? Like, he looks awesome with the red and the spikes and double-bladed lightsaber, and then we're let down when he got cut in half. So yeah, pretty cool trailer. Next, moving on to Attack of the Clones. Well, that's the music when Luke is doing all that over the Sarlacc pit. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I will not let this republic be split in two. My negotiations will not fail.
If they do, there aren't enough Jedi to protect the Republic.
We're keepers of the peace, not soldiers.
You know I don't like it when you do that.
Sorry, Master. I forgot you don't like flying.
Well, you've lost it. If you'll excuse me.
I hate it when he does that.
Anakin, don't do anything without first consulting either myself or the Council.
You don't need guidance, Anakin. I see you becoming the greatest of all Jedi.
The boy has exceptional skills.
His abilities have made him arrogant.
Excuse me.
I'm in charge of security here, my lady.
They are using a bounty hunter named Jango Fett to create a clone army.
They spoiled that.
We must stop them before they're ready.
Wow.
Very impressive.
They'll do their job well.
Wasn't that supposed to be a reveal?
Blast, that's why I hate flying.
This is a crisis.
Oh, nice. They threw in that sound effect.
Emergency powers.
As my first act,
I will create a grand army of the Republic to counter the increasing threats of the Separatists.
hasn't been a full-scale war since the formation of the Republic.
You must join me, Obi-Wan, and together we will destroy the Sith.
The dark side clouds everything. In grave danger you are. Begun this Clone War has.
Oh, nice. Nice. I like that trailer. The saga continues May 16th. Yep. Man, love the way it builds up with that music, and yep, they really do a good job like building up. All right, a war is about to take place, and like there hasn't been a full-scale war since the formation of the Republic, as that one guy says. I like how they showcase Obi-Wan and Anakin's dynamic as well, because that's of course a big part of their relationship and a big part of Vader's transformation. And then other cool stuff. I was kind of surprised they straight up spoiled that Jango Fett was the host of the Clone Army. I feel like that'd be something you would like keep as reveal. You won't want to spoil that, but oh well. Other stuff. Love that they got that sound effect in there from the Slave One seismic charge. Love that they put in Is this the only clip of Count Dooku in this trailer? I just realized. Oh well. I mean, it's a good spot because the fact that he asked Obi-Wan to join him. And then, they threw in the clip of R2 flying. Yeah, I don't know. That was a whole controversial thing. And then, yeah, these last few seconds with the action, mainly the Battle of Geonosis, is really... I love the way they cut it together. And, yeah, not much else to say there. All right, here's the next movie. Revenge of the Sith. 8.7 million views. I don't blame you, because this movie is pretty dang good. Imagine the hype people had for this movie, because people knew this is the ending. Because this was the ending of the prequels, and everyone was going to be excited to see Anakin finally becoming Darth Vader, and the Jedi being wiped out, and the Empire being formed, and all this crazy stuff. Like, just imagine the hype people had back then in 2005.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities
Some consider to be unnatural.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi.
The Council wants you to report on all the Chancellor's dealings.
That's treason.
We are at war, Anakin.
Very dangerous putting them together. I don't think the boy can handle it. I don't trust him.
I need your help, son. I'm appointing you to be my personal representative on the Jedi Council.
You're on this council.
Would you not grant you the rank of master?
What? Obi-Wan and the Council don't trust
Little
me.
do they know that would become a meme.
Learn to know the dark side of the Force, and you will achieve a power greater than any Jedi.
You're under arrest, Chancellor.
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
Every single Jedi is now an enemy of the Republic. Do what must be done.
I love that they put that shot in there.
Show no mercy.
Who could have done this?
Twisted by the dark side, young Skywalker has become.
I feel so helpless.
You were the chosen one!
Oh. Sick. That was cool. The saga is complete, because, yeah, the story is done. Now we've put in the last chapter, and no more movies. Until Disney buys Lucasfilm later on. So, yeah, they spoiled a few things, but at the same time, I feel like everybody knew going in that Anakin would fall to the dark side. Like, so, I guess not too big of a deal. Like, I guess the first half is just kind of but then the second half, like, picks up as it shows more and more of what's going on. I love the show Mustafar. Man, this action, man, is... Yeah, just love the way they show cut together the action in these more modern trailers, or I guess 2000s trailers, because, yeah, and then showing Darth Vader at the end, of course, yeah, because you gotta put Darth Vader in there, because everybody was excited to see that after all this time, after like 6 years. All right, and because I want to include all the movies, we're going to include the Clone Wars movie as well, which came out 3 years after the prequels had wrapped up. And this is, of course, the beginning of the Clone Wars TV series as well. It's not on the Star Wars YouTube channel, but Warner Brothers Rewind has it. So thank you for that. A video from 11 years ago, but you know. Oh yeah, because Warner Brothers was technically owning this.
We need to make contact with General Kenobi.
Kidnapped. Jabba the Hutt's son has been. Negotiate the treaty with Jabba. Obi-Wan will. Find the renegades that hold Jabba's son. Your mission will be Skywalker.
Yep.
Red light, stand by.
Most people's reaction to seeing this type of animation back then, I wonder, like, did it look cool to them, or did it just kind of look cheap? I would imagine it looked cheap to them.
Jedi will not only be at war with you, Count, but the Hutt clan as well.
Prepare to see Star Wars like you've never seen it before. That's...
They have nowhere to run.
Like, it is certainly new, but I don't think people were really that impressed with it. Cool.
You're in trouble.
That one was that's my least favorite trailer so far. Like, it's not bad, but it's not that interesting. Like, I guess maybe it's just because the animation of this movie was very rough, even back in 2008, and so it's not that impressive seeing it all cut together this way. I'm not sure. I just can't imagine people watching this trailer back in 2008 and thinking, oh, this looks so cool. I just can't imagine them being like that. I'm just imagining them seeing this and thinking, this looks kind of cheap, honestly. Which, I mean, yeah, it had a low budget. So what it made, like, under 100 million, it wasn't even a flop because it had a low budget anyway. Because this was meant to be a TV series, but then they forced it to be a movie. So, yep. That's that. All right, this one I was really looking forward to seeing. All right, the Force Awakens trailer after Disney bought Star Wars. And, man, look at these trailers, man. 83 million views, 26 million. This one, 112 million views. Like, people are still rewatching it even, like, 10 years later. I still can't believe this movie is 10 years old. Because I remember watching this trailer back then and getting excited, thinking how cool this looked. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited to watch it again. Oh, that's so nostalgic hearing that.
Who are you?
I'm no one.
Man, we were all like, who's this girl? Like, who's she? Like how's she important?
I was raised to do one thing. But I've got nothing to fight for.
Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it. Oh, yeah.
The dark side. A Jedi. They're real.
The Force. It's calling to you. Just let it in.
Man. Man. That still gets me, man. This trailer is really good. Man, there was so much to unpack in that trailer. Cause, man, even though I'm not even that big of a fan of this movie, but this trailer like still gets me excited to see a movie, to see this movie. Like how they built up Rey, like make you wonder who's this girl. Man, that dialogue from Finn where he's like, I was raised to do one thing, but I've got nothing to fight for. I remember hearing that and thinking, I thought that this First Order, they were the remnants of the Empire. Well, I guess they were, but like they were what remains of the Empire, and they were trying to fight the New Republic, and maybe like Finn was like a leftover stormtrooper from when the Empire fell or something like that. That's what I thought. But I guess turns out he's a part of a new Imperial stormtrooper thing entirely. Really cool shot here with we didn't know that was Starkiller Base at the time, but there it was. And a lot that included Darth Vader's helmet there, make you curious, like, ooh, cool. And I love the music too, because unlike the other Star Wars trailers we've seen, they just kind of just take the music from the John Williams soundtrack and leave it at that. This started the trend of, we're going to take the same music, but we're going to remix it. We're going to like change it in a way that it better suits a trailer. And it definitely fits here, because I love the way they play this Force theme. Oh man, seeing old Han there, that was so surreal seeing him back. Man, just the way this, like, look at this. Like, that was so exciting, seeing the Millennium Falcon go through hyperdrive with modern technology. Like, that was so surreal to see back then. And just seeing all these cool action shots they do. This trailer does such a good job at, it gives you like a bunch of cool action and some hints at what the plot is, but they don't like tell you, we didn't even know what the story was. We didn't know that the story was, oh, they're just gonna remake A New Hope. The trailer was kept it very vague. Oh, and crazy too. This, hold on. Oh, so much to say about this scene, because, man, we saw Finn holding a lightsaber. We thought he was going to be the Jedi of this new trilogy, but turned out it was Rey. But that was such a ripoff there. But this is also the first time in the trailers that we saw Kylo Ren without the mask. Like, I was so lucky I didn't look up Adam Driver and what he looked like, because I went in not knowing what he looked like, so I was surprised when I saw who he was or what he looked like under the mask. Like, it definitely wasn't what I expected. Man, it's so disappointing how they built Finn up as the Jedi, but then he just wasn't. It's still a great trailer, man. It's part of a movie that I'm not a huge fan of, but it does such a good job getting me excited. All right, here's the Rogue One trailer. This is hot off of Force Awakens. Back Star Wars was still fairly popular. There was still excitement around the idea that, woo, movies are back. I can't wait to see this new movie that isn't episode 8, because oh my gosh, that was something else. I remember people being confused, like, wait, is this episode 8? Like, no, it's not episode 8, it's something else entirely. Awesome shot to open with.
Jin, whatever I do it to protect you. So you understand?
I understand.
Huh.
You want to get out of here?
Our rebellion is all that remains to push back the Empire. We think you might be able to help us.
When was the last time you were in contact with your father?
What is this? It appears he is critical to the development of a super weapon.
If my father built this thing, we need to find him.
All right. How many do I need?
They are requesting a call sign. It's,
Rogue One.
The power that we are dealing with here is...
Ooh, that scene wasn't in the movie.
If the Empire has this kind of power, what chance do we have?
We have hope. Rebellions are built on hope. They've no idea we're coming.
Take hold of this moment. The Force is strong. Make 10 men feel like 100.
We'll take the next chance. And the next. You're all rebels, aren't you?
Save the rebellion! Save the dream!
Oh, that was a cool shot. Yep. I also know that the Rogue One trailers are pretty infamous on the fact that they show so much footage and scenes that aren't in the final movie, because we know this movie went through a ton of reshoots and rewrites because they just had so many different ideas, and it is a miracle that the final movie turned out to be decently coherent. Yeah, it's crazy because, again, back when this was first coming out, I remember seeing people being confused because they thought this was episode 8, but then you're seeing like this Death Star, and they're like, wait, they're building another Death Star? Like, no, this is the first Death Star from A New Hope, because this is a prequel, but after the prequel trilogy. Like, it was funny trying to explain to the, like, I feel like those people were, like, just having to explain to them, like, no, this is a standalone movie, like, kind of its own thing. And yeah, there's only one scene I can think of in this particular trailer that isn't in the actual movie, and that's, again, as previously mentioned, this scene with Krennic telling Vader, like, the power that we are dealing with here is immeasurable. Like, it's interesting how in this scene Krennic, like, is so arrogant, he stands up to Vader, but then in the final film, Krennic is like pooping his pants when he's talking to Vader. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm trying to say. And yeah, other cool action. I love the way trailers just cut together action. And yep, it's like, and I also remember hearing a conclusion. The trailers did show a lot of scenes that weren't in the final movie, but they didn't necessarily lie, because they advertised a movie about the rebels stealing the plans to the Death Star, and that's the movie we got. We weren't really lied to, so at least there's that. This is the best Suicide Squad movie. Oh yeah, because the first Suicide Squad movie came out that same year. That's funny. All right, now for the Last Jedi trailer. Oh boy, Last Jedi.
When I found you, I saw raw,
untamed power. And beyond that, something truly special.
Something.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Has always been there,
Saying like, oh, we're gonna see that continued. Yeah.
but now it's awake. And I need help.
I've seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now. Let the past die. Kill it. If you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
Oh. Yeah.
We are the spark that'll light the fire that'll burn the First Order down.
Yeah.
This is not going to go the way you think.
Little did we know how true that was.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
Man, this just takes me back, man. Everyone was excited to see this movie, and this is back when the excitement for Star Wars was everywhere, and we had no idea how controversial this film would be. But I'm gonna try and ignore that. Let's not really get into this movie, but let's just talk, just because that's a whole can of worms. Let's just talk about this trailer. I mean, I do love the way it doesn't really. I remember people back then saying that they felt like this trailer spoiled too much, but it really didn't, because we were surprised by a lot of things that actually happened, like this bit. Like, we had no idea Luke is going to toss that lightsaber when we saw that in the trailer, and then other cool stuff. I remember there was discussion around Luke saying the raw strength, and earlier Snoke said Kylo had like raw untamed power. Oh, that was really cool seeing, oh, we're going to see the flashbacks of the burned temple that was hinted at in the last movie. Oh, this was crazy. The fact that they showed this, because this is not too long after Carrie Fisher's passing, so we thought they were showing, oh, they're gonna kill Leia in this because Carrie Fisher's gone, but turns out that didn't happen. And man, I don't know if I said this when I reacted to CinemaWin's video, but man, I love this whole sequence with the Falcon flying inside of that mountain with all the red crystals. It looks amazing. Oh, and this is back when, man, we thought the Captain Phasma was gonna have a bigger role because of this scene. No, she didn't. Couple other things. I remember this too. The fact that you see Rey saying this, I need someone to show me my place in all this. And then it cuts to Kylo Ren in this. Even back then, sorry, I hit the mic, but even back then, people saw that and was like they're not, that's obviously not the same scene. Like these two scenes are spliced together, which they were. Like we figured that out because the background was different. But it is interesting because in the final movie, Rey and Ben like have this whole dynamic where they're talking to each other through the Force despite being on separate planets and all. Was this actually hinting to that? Were they hinting that that was going to be a plot point in this trailer because of that? If so, that's actually a genius tactic from the marketing department, so that's cool. Next we have Solo, which, man, I remember this was insane back then. This was the first time a Star Wars movie was coming out, and it felt like nobody was excited for it. Like, these trailers are coming out, and people are all like, I don't really care, which explains why the movie bombed. It was so sad back then. Like, a new Star Wars movie was coming, but no one was excited for it. It was also pretty crazy because they waited forever before they finally put out trailers for this movie. Like, I don't know what took them so long, but yeah, here's Solo.
You're after something. Is it revenge? Money? Or is it something else? You look good. A little rough around the edges, but good.
Heard about a job. Big shot gangster putting together crew.
I'm a driver, and I'm a flyer. I waited a long time for a shot like this. What do you think? Well, what do you know?
You got a line on a ship?
Yeah, I know a guy. He's the best smuggler around.
I heard a story about you. I was wondering if it's true. Everything
You've heard about me? It's true.
L3! Let go of the mean man's face.
Who are these guys? If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
You might want to buckle up, baby.
I love this remix and the music.
Assume everyone will betray you, and you will never be disappointed.
I got a really good feeling about this.
Since when do you know how to fly?
109 years old? You look great.
Push it!
Yeah. So yeah, not a great trailer because it didn't really impress anybody even back then. Like kind of like it just kind of looks like. I remember people like being impressed, like not impressed with Alden Ehrenreich wearing that wig and big like it just looked. People saying I remember people saying this looked like a fan film because I don't know. There were a couple shots that weren't in the movie, like this. That's a deleted scene, it looks like. I wonder if that's part of that had to do with the whole thing with Lord and Miller.
What do you know?
You got a line?
Because we know Lord and Miller were originally the directors before they were fired. Not too much else to know. Kind of cool that they included that funny bit with Chewie's age. I remember this. People were joking about this. Like, oh no, they're going to show Chewie dying. Because, like, it was so weird to end the trailer like that. Making it look like Chewie's about to die. Even though it's like, this is a prequel. We know he's going to be fine. It was a weird way to end it. Then we move on to the final movie. At least that's released. That being The Rise of Skywalker. Man, I just remember back then people were being all, I don't want to see this because After Last Jedi was bad. If I wanted to root for this movie. I wanted it to be good so bad. Man, this final trailer is actually pretty solid, I think, for the most part.
It's an instinct. Feeling. The Force
people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do. That was a cool shot.
Long have I waited.
Yep.
And now you're coming together. Is your undoing.
Ominous.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir. At my friend.
Yeah. Not a great scene.
Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny. The Force will be with you. Always.
Yeah. Yeah, this trailer is entirely carried by the music. Because, man, sorry, just that remix of the classic bum, 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 bum. Like, that remix they do in this trailer is so freaking good. I want to know who came up with that. It's like, there's like, in my Everything Wrong with Cinema Sins Rise of Skywalker intro, I used a remix that was similar to this because I was just like, oh man, that's such a good way to end it. It's such a good piece of music. And back then, it got me excited because I wanted to love this movie so bad, and then I didn't. But that's, again, a whole other story. And yeah, I like that they don't really spoil anything. They don't really spoil anything about the plot or what's going to happen, except that Palpatine's coming back, so that's cool at least. I do tend to watch this trailer from time to time, again, just because of the music, and every time it does kind of sadden me that it got me excited for a movie that I didn't really like, but oh well. And now to wrap it all up, I thought it'd be a good time to rewatch the trailer from The Mandalorian and Grogu. I have done a reaction video to this when it first came out, but it makes sense to watch it again for this video. So yeah, because this movie is coming out in May. This is the first Star Wars movie since Rise of Skywalker in over 6 years, which is insane. So let's rewatch it. Yeah. Yes, Sigourney Weaver. Yep. Huh. Funny, yeah.
Impressive.
Oh, that was cool with the aspect ratio.
Good shot, baby.
Yeah, this trailer, in all honesty, isn't that great. Like, it honestly makes me think of the Mandalorian like trailers for like the TV series, not really for a movie, because it just kind of looks a bit cheap too. But there were a few expensive set pieces. I do love that they put in this bit because it looks like Zeb from Rebels because they teased him in season 3. Also, I didn't even realize that, but because that is supposed to be Rod of the Hutt, Jabba's son, who we saw in the Clone Wars movie. So that's pretty interesting. I didn't even notice this until I just rewatched the trailer just now, but I just noticed it. You saw the aspect ratio like widen. That was actually pretty cool, and it stays that way for the rest of the trailer. That's a cool detail I just now noticed. And it is kind of a bit sad. Like, that's the biggest smoking gun you can think of to end the trailer on, an AT-AT falling. Like, I don't know. Like, we literally saw that in Empire Strikes Back, a movie that came out over 40 years ago, and it was awesome then, but like, it's not impressive anymore. Why is this the big end to the trailer? But oh well. And yeah, it's not really that impressive of a trailer, to be honest. Like, again, we've been waiting for a Star Wars movie for over 6 years, and this isn't the best start. Well, and I'm hoping this movie will be good. I really want to enjoy it. I want to have a good time in a theater watching a Star Wars movie. I just hope it'll be at least enjoyable. I don't really expect it to be a masterpiece. I just hope it'll be an enjoyable time. All right, so let's rank them. Yeah, why not? I just ranked them in a notepad I have on my computer here. Worst of the Star Wars trailers, Clone Wars, because it just doesn't look that interesting. The animation does look very stiff, even in 2008, and I just can't imagine people watching it and thinking, oh, this looks so cool, because it just doesn't look that impressive. Number 12, Solo. It's not that interesting of a trailer. Like, it just, again, nobody was excited for this movie when it first came out, and I wasn't really that excited. It just kind of looked, whatever. Number 11, The Mandalorian and Grogu. For the first Star Wars movie, after 6.5 years, the trailer didn't really do a good job making me, like, pumped to see it, but oh well, it's not bad. Number 10, I have 4, A New Hope. Like, the old trailers were definitely old school, like, they're fine for the time, but nowadays they're just kind of And A New Hope's trailer is, or I guess Star Wars, since that's what it was first called back when it came out, and it's fine. Number 9, Return of the Jedi. Again, it's fine. Not really a whole lot to mention. The most noteworthy aspects are the fact that it's interesting to see Luke's lightsaber being blue in that one shot. Number 8, The Empire Strikes Back. Again, very old school trailer, and it did a pretty good job showing fun shots. The funniest bit was when they heroically announced Luke Skywalker and they show him being knocked unconscious. Number 7, Attack of the Clones. Maybe they threw in a bit of a spoiler with the whole Jango Fett creating a clone army thing, but other than that, it does a good job getting you hyped up that the Clone Wars is about to begin. Number 6, Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Coming 16 years after the last Star Wars movie, this trailer did a perfect job getting you excited to see a new Star Wars movie on the big screen, and yeah, love the shots of Darth Maul in there as well. Number 5, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Phenomenal trailer. Probably spoiled too much, but at the same time, everybody already knew that Anakin was going to be Vader, so not too much of a spoiler, I guess. And it definitely got me excited to go to see it. Number 4, Rogue One. Yeah, very cool how they built it up. Not much else to say. And then number 3, Episode 8, The Last Jedi. Another pretty good trailer. I love the way they show bits and pieces, but they don't really spoil the overall plot. And I kind of like that they threw in that bit of Luke saying, this is not going to go the way you think, because that was very, very much true. Number 2, Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, despite my hate for this movie, this final trailer is phenomenal. If it wasn't for that weird 3PO bit, like, I don't know why they put that in there, but if it wasn't for that, it would be a number one. But yeah, that music is like makes the trailer for me. Number one, episode 7, The Force Awakens. Just rewatching that trailer got me so freaking hyped. Again, 10 years after the last theatrical Star Wars movie in live action, not including Clone Wars, and 30 years since we last saw Luke, Han, and Leia. This trailer had a lot of hype behind it, a lot of expectations to live up to, and it did a phenomenal job getting you excited to see this movie. And we know it worked because this movie made $2 billion. So, and yeah, just the way they remix the music, they don't spoil the plot. We didn't even know what the plot was. They did a really good job giving you bits and pieces, but not spoiling too much, so you can go in surprised. So that was really cool, and definitely makes The Force Awakens trailer number one. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. That'll be all for now. Peace.